everyone, this is Adam from the AML Shop. Welcome you to an AML Shop Quick Hit. Um, Today I want to talk to you a little bit about something that I saw at the FinTrack Real Estate Virtual Forum. And before we get into it, I just want to say that if you haven't already registered for that forum, there's some great videos, and I'll put the registration link up here. There's great information there about how to identify a suspicious transaction, preparing for a FinTrack examination, and keeping proper records. But specifically, I want to talk about something that was mentioned during a presentation that was given on the topic of risk management. During that presentation, the FinTrack rep talked a little bit about business relationships, and they indicated a bit of a shift in the approach that FinTrack's taken towards business relationships for the real estate sector. And there's a couple of changes here. It's a bit of a good news, bad news situation. And I'm just going to go ahead and tell you the bad news first. So, um, as you all know, the regulations state that you enter into a business relationship the first time you're required to verify the identity of a client. Um, the issue here is that FinTrack seems to be taking a very broad interpretation of who a client is for a real estate transaction. So during the presentation, the FinTrack rep said that you enter into a business relationship when you verify the identity of somebody that you receive funds from, or somebody who's an unrepresented party, even though those people aren't your client. In other words, you're not representing them. Because you verified their identity, you've entered into a business relationship with them, even though you might only have had a passing interaction with them. So now, of course, when we enter into a business relationship, we need to keep a record of the purpose and intended nature of the relationship. So, I'm not exactly sure what that would look like for somebody who you just received funds from. I guess it might be something like just the purpose of the transaction. The purpose and intended nature is receipt of funds for the purchase of property. Okay, so that's the bad news. Basically, we're going to have a lot more business relationships than we had before. Now, here's the good news, is that so the hardest part about business relationships is that ongoing monitoring, specifically keeping client information up to date. And previously, FinTrack had taken the position that it's up to a reporting entity to determine how often they're going to keep client information up to date, but it couldn't be never. In other words, you couldn't simply wait till the next natural touch point because it's possible that that might never happen. In that case, you would never have updated the client information. Well, during the risk management presentation, the FinTrack rep said that because real estate professionals enter into non-account business relationships, then they can update information on a transactional basis, which means that you don't need to contact clients if they don't do another deal with you, um, or somebody who's not a client, like for example, somebody who you receive funds from. But rather you can wait till the next natural touch point. So the next time the person comes back or entity, at that point, you can take that opportunity to update the information that you have about them in their records. So like I said, a bit of a bad news, good news situation. You can decide whether, the trade-off worthwhile. If you have any other questions about that, you can contact us here at the AML Shop. You can contact me directly at adam@theamlshop.ca. Take care for now.
AML Shop, yeah.